Hello there, good morning everybody. Welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. I am here outside the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock. I'll turn you around now to have a look. There we are, looking absolutely glorious on almost like a nice summer's day. It's nice and bright. It's nice and still, not too much wind, but it is cold. It's still a little bit cold. Getting better though. It's getting better though. So it is Thursday, the 27th of February, 2025, and I'm here to do my midweek video where I'm going to go over some of your questions and comments today to have a little, to cover some things you've asked me to have a look at. So I did say in my weekend video last week, my fly round, I asked for your opinion as to whether or not you think the weekly fly rounds have now run their course, and the general consensus was yes, they have. So quite a lot of people said don't do monthly, do fortnightly. So that's what we're going to do, but I'll touch on that in a minute as well when we get up in the air and get started. Something I did want to bring up is I need to do a shout out to these lads here. I'll put a picture up for you now. Shout out to these lads. This is a big shout out to Gary and the lads from the Middleston Toffees. They were over for the derby, the last Merseyside derby. Not last week, the week before, wasn't it? And I was, excuse me, everybody, excuse me. I was hoping to meet up with them. When we got by the ground, got up to Goodison, the signal, we just couldn't arrange to where we were going to meet. So Gary and the lads, I'm really sorry about that. But thank you very much for your support, guys. And hopefully next time you're over for a game, let me know. Let me know before, we'll make arrangements beforehand and meet up, okay? The other thing I need to mention, guys, is about the marquee that's going down on the Terry's Timber site. Do you know what? I'll tell you what, let's get up in the air and we'll go through it then. So this is my midweek video of the Everton Stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock on Thursday the 27th of Feb 2025. Let's get up there. Okay everybody, so you'll see we're already in the air now. Looking at the southeast corner there. See how clear this part of the site is down here where all the Lango Rourke offices were. I said in a previous video there were 70 plus units down there at one point. Cleared them really quick. Anyway, let's get started on your questions and comments, guys, as we approach the stadium. So first thing, as I mentioned there while I was walking down towards the stadium, is that I put the question out there to you all about whether or not you think the weekly fly rounds have run their course, and if I should settle down on those a bit, spread them out a bit. I just want to read you out because I had so many messages off that, so thank you very much for all of your opinions on it. Really do appreciate it all. So just to read a couple, I've had Taz Mad Dave 1974 says, I've watched your videos from day one. You have given your heart and soul in all weathers. There is not much going to change on the outside. I do think one a month would cover everything. Another one is James Mitchell 7995 says, thank you for your brilliant efforts to capture this build. It's been captivating from start to finish. Agree that the frequency of videos can be cut back now. Enjoy your match day vlogs. So yeah, that's another one, guys, that people watch. You alright? What's that, mate?
Thanks for that piece you've done on about the fan zone.
Oh, no probs at all. No probs.
Yeah, I'm the one that's doing the fan zone there.
Oh, you mate?
Yeah.
You're do you want me to pause this because I'm recorded? Right, sorry about that, guys. Little interruption though. Well worth it though. We're speaking to the chap who's responsible for doing the new Holy Trinity marquee, which we're going to talk about in a bit. But just come and introduced himself and yeah, give me a little bit of info, which I will share in due course. Not until he's ready to do so. But the great news is, you know, I've got his details and information now, and I'll be able to bring, hopefully anyway, if all goes well, I'll be able to bring a lot more info regarding that construction that we're waiting to start. Anyway, moving back to my video, apologies for the interruption there. So yeah, as I was saying there, James Mitchell said that it's been captivating from start to finish. Agree that the Freaksphere videos can be cut back now. Enjoy your match day vlogs. On that, the match day vlogs, yeah, if you don't watch them, guys, I do go to Everton matches, obviously, and any matches that I go to, I share as a match day vlog, share the experience, and people seem to really enjoy the fact that you can get, you know, watching a match on TV isn't the same really as being in the ground and feeling like the crowd noise and emotion around it. So a lot of people enjoy them. So yeah, if you haven't seen them yet, have a little look if you fancy it. We do that, and then we do even the away games, like last night, the away Brentford game. We done a studio video where we do a live watch along, and a lot of people just join in to join in the chat, because we have a good chat about the game whilst we're going. We have a good laugh as well, so something else to look out for that I'm doing. Just have a little look at this before I move on. Sorry about the noise. Who's that in the... Is that Howard Kendall? I think it is, isn't it? Another great one to be put down. We'll keep an eye on all them as well. It's looking really good, that south, isn't it? So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to who's next. I have D.I. Jax Bluso, who says, "Hi Nick, I'm sure you know when it's worth the time, mate, but could you purely for interest's sake complete a slow fly around of the clock tower so we can see it in detail? I would love the club to adopt and get that back to working condition. Whether it would happen or not in the future is another thing. Controversial, but it would be a nicer feature on the badge than a night prison cell for drunks. Just my personal opinion." So the Prince Rupert Tower, yeah, used to be a prison cell for drunks back in the day. But so the clock tower you're on about, you've asked me to do a fly around. That is there. So of course, what was your name? D.I. Jax. You've asked, and as you've said, it'd be great if Everton could do something with this. It would, but I think, you know, they've obviously, we've spent a hell of a lot of money getting the stadium done, so obviously, you know, the priority and everything is to get us in that stadium, of course. But you wanted to see the clock tower, you wanted a close fly around of it. Here it is. It is great, isn't it? It looks stunning, this tower. Look at it as well when we get around this angle with the city behind us and the sun behind us, and you see how it looks with look at that with the stadium behind it. How good's that, the Ajax? How good's that? Everybody else as well, of course. What do you think of that one? I think it looks absolutely brilliant, and I agree, it would be good if they could do something, but as I say, I don't think priority is there right now. Who knows? So who knows though? Any, you know, like you did say, it's at any point in the future, maybe they will look at that. I think that could be another feature, but who knows? Thank you very much for that though. It's those sorts of things as well. Any suggestions like that you want to look at something in particular, guys? That's the sort of thing that, you know, that we look for, and I'm more than happy to do. Even if now that we're cutting down on the weekly fly rounds as well, even if there's something else around, you know, relatively close in the city or something like that you want me to look at, just let me know. Moving on, I've got Brian Henners, who says, any more news on what the pump house is going to be used as? No, Brian, unfortunately no. I have reached out to Everton as well, and they've come back. They were good enough to come back to me relatively swiftly and just say, at the moment there's been no decision on what it will be used for at the moment. We do know that it's all safe and everything. The pump house, it's all completed, refurbed. It's a safe structure. It's ready to be fitted out. I'll just turn you around in case anybody doesn't know. We're talking about this structure over here. The old pump tower, pump house, as a few of us call it. It has got its proper name, hydraulic tower, was it? But yeah, that one. And we're not sure, but as I say, Everton were good enough to come back to me relatively swiftly and just say that right now no decision has been made on that. So yeah, Brian and anybody else, as and when I do find out, or anybody else does, let us know and we will share it. Personally, I think it might be I think my opinion, I think it might be a little like cafe, possibly museum-esque cafe or something like that. But I don't know. It might not be. I could be way off the mark. How nice does it look in the sunshine like it is today? Thanks for that, Brian. Moving on, I've got Informing Choices. It's a good name, that. Informing Choices, like it. Who says, how about fortnightly, then transition to monthly? Yeah, Choices, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, just for now, and see how we all like that. Fortnightly to monthly, probably. Anyway, you said, the Everton Way progress, the scaffolding on the north-east corner, are a couple of things that are still moving. Always great videos. Cheers, mate, thank you very much. And Sir Bradiator, I like that name as well, says, came to say exactly this: slow down rather than stop, as still some things to see, such as progress on the Everton Way, maybe fortnightly or monthly with additional if you were made aware of something worth checking out. Yeah, guys, absolutely. So when I said at the weekend about cutting down on the weeklies, that doesn't mean I wasn't saying at all I'm going to stop doing the videos. So I was just saying about the weeklies. That was it. But now that you mentioned the northeast corner, let's have a little look. It's got all covering around that scaffolding now as well, so we can't see what they're doing. We believe it's paintwork. That has to be done, and I believe it's paintwork that just needs doing because the elements that come in off the seawater air that comes in and batters this side, I think they're just making adjustments. I don't believe it was like an error on any parts or anything. I believe anyway. I'm not nowhere near a construction expert or paint for that matter. But I think it's just something. It's like precautionary that they're reinforcing the paint on the steelwork there. But yeah, guys, thanks for your comments. And as I said, it's not a fact that I was saying I'm stopping the videos. It's just about knowing when to pack in the weeklies. You got to make the right choices and realise when when it's time to cut down on a few things. And I think we all agree fortnightly for now, and then we'll possibly move over to monthly at some point. Cheers, guys. Moving on, I have Kevin Rogers 6842 says, great video, Nick. Cheers, Kev. I love the new stadium, but does anyone think the roof cover should be a bit bigger? Only a few metres just to cover the first few rows a bit more. Let's have a look, Kevin. I'm moving on. I think, yeah, somebody else, so thanks for that, Kevin. But I also had Chris Gator 6891 who says, looks amazing, so beautiful. Can I ask a question? When inside the ground, does the roof on the stands keep the rain off you? We've also got JFC. JFC's been great throughout the entire documentary of this build, for my videos anyway, with giving us info. So Jay, cheers for that. And Jay has said, yes, but like any football ground, wind will blow it in whatever direction. No football ground in the UK keeps all fans dry if it's bucketing down. First few front rows always get wet at some point. Totally agree with that, Jay. I sit quite a few rows back at the park end at Goodison, and there was a game I was at a couple of months ago, and it was raining and the wind was blowing everywhere, and I was I'm a few rows up, and I was even getting wet off it. But let's just have a look. Let's go directly over. I want to get that like directly over that roof so it's in the middle. So that's me looking, that's directly down at the roof there. And you know, there's no seats when you're looking directly down. Who was it that raised the first point? Sorry, just go back to the names now. Let's see, it was Kevin Rogers and Chris Gator. When you're looking like directly down there, the roof is covering like everything, and It's the same. Let's move round to the south. Still looking down. Let's get round there and I want to get right over it, looking down like that. You see, the roof does cover most. You've got to keep it like open and that as well, haven't you? Grass needs to grow. So grass looks great, by the way. So yeah, I don't think it's a problem, guys, that raised that. And I totally agree with Jay that if you're sitting near the front at some point, when it's bad rain and there's wind, you're going to get wet a little bit. And I think I don't think they should have increased the size or the length of the roof coming out. Personally, I don't anyway. What does everybody else think on that? Grateful for your thoughts and opinions on that one. Right, apologies for that. I just changed battery really swiftly. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that roof. Moving on from that, I have just had this comment in front of me. I have 70s Skin, I think that is 70s Kin maybe, who says, as always Nick, thank you for your dedication in bringing the building of our new stadium at Bramley-Moore Dock to all Evertonians. Not a problem at all, mate. Looking at it now, I am thinking how Everton have missed the opportunity to keep Goodison Park alive inside the new stadium. I truly believe that the wall dividing the lower and upper sections of the south stand should have the Archibald Leach design incorporated on it. This would be especially relevant as the south stand is the new home for the home fans. I also think the south stand should be called the Dock. Hard-hitting, uncompromising, real working class. Has any other Evertonians a view on this? Thanks very much, 70s Kin. In response to that, I had Imran Transan, 7837. You can, mate? Yeah, you okay?
Yes.
Good.
Have you got it up at the moment?
Yeah. It's just over there looking at the south, because I'm just going through some questions.
We follow it. It's
brilliant. Thanks very much.
No, it's brilliant.
Thanks very much, guys.
You know, so we're season ticket holders.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to park?
To park?
Yeah. Because we live the other side of the water.
Yeah, me too. So I will. It's a really tough question. That's to be honest. I know there's a car park just further up that way, but it only has about 300 spaces, I believe. So that's
at 8 o'clock in the morning then.
That's exactly that, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you kind of. I believe the stadium will be open about 11 in the morning or something, because all the bars and that.
Sure.
I think, but so you can get here early. I mean, when I came to the test event, I parked in that NCP up at the Strand.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's 15 to 20 minute walk. Other than that, maybe with that restriction, the big parking zone, maybe somewhere up towards Goodison, and then
we thought about doing that. We park where we are now.
Yeah.
And then use the same pub and walk down.
Yeah, exactly that. I'm sure. What pub do you go to?
Dark House.
Okay. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. You know what I mean? If people are still going the same.
We've told them that
it becomes rituals, doesn't it? You have your own match day rituals and that.
So it's 11 o'clock in the morning for 3 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, love it.
Earlier.
Love it, lads.
Earlier.
Yeah.
It's 12:30.
Oh, absolutely love it. Me and my stepdad and my son. Ours was the Excelsior. We go to the Excelsior, have a pint and a burger, and then get up to the ground. Yeah.
Well, we're just down.
Right. Okay. Sorry about that. I leave a bit of a conversation in with people that I have, because I like you guys to hear as well. Like, especially when it's a couple of guys, saying about their match day rituals and that. But anyway, I like to leave a bit of the convo in for you to listen, for you to hear what people are saying. Anyway, so let's have a look. Because 70s Kim says, firstly, you think that the Archibald Leach design should go right across here? I mean, I can't not agree with you. 70s, and who knows? It's not finished yet. I mean, big construction wise, I think it's probably safe to say it's not. going there. But they might have plans to have banners or anything draping over here, you see. Just not sure. 70s. But regarding your comment about the south stand being called the Dock, as you said, it is a hard-hitting, uncompromising, real working class name for a stand. I like it. What's everybody else's thoughts on that suggestion? By the way, whilst I'm here, pitch looks stunning, doesn't it, with all them all those UV lights over it, heaters. Moving on, lights, sorry, I don't know why I said heaters, lights. Moving on, I've got let's see, Imran. I did get to Imran's reply to that, didn't I? Sorry. He says, the Dock sounds good, great shout, mate. Regarding the Archibald Leach design, I'm still annoyed with the exterior brickwork. Should have been far more visible on that. But I guess Bramley-Moore Dock needs its own identity too. We'll never forget Goodison or the character it oozes. At least the Archibald Leach designs are on the fences and benches outside the ground. Yeah, you're right, Imran. And quite a few people, you're not the only one, quite a few people are a little bit, that's just one thing there. I wouldn't say angry, agree, but maybe a little bit disappointed, with the Leach design on the outside. I'm just coming up over here now so we can turn around and have a look. Still over the stadium. So we'll look just like from the air and see what we think. I mean, I can see it a little bit, but not a lot, that Leach design. But as I've said numerous times before, Lang O'Rourke did say it was supposed to be subtle. And I think I agree with you there as well. This stadium also does have to have its own identity with some of the the Goodison heritage memorabilia and that in it, but it does have to have its own as well. And the Leach designs, you're right, they are on the benches and that outside. Cheers for that, guys. Moving on, I've got David Wilson, 2016, who says, quick weird question. Love it, mate. Love the weird questions. What is that weird white square on the raft in the centre of Nelson Dock? Any idea? Also, will the rectangular glass building on the west stand at the top of the mezzanine be used for? Sorry, what will it be used for? Please keep up the videos until the Everton way is finished. Any movement on the refurb stroke use of the pump house? We've gone over the pump house there, haven't we, David? So cheers, mate. So you're talking about this little white thing in the middle of Nelson Dock. I'm 55 metres. Let's come down. I'm over water, so we can come down quite a bit. And you'll see that JFC's replied saying, bird nesting platform, I believe. There's a bird or two on it there, I think. And regarding the second point with the west stand glass section above the mezzanine, Jay's also said it's hospitality. And you replied saying, thanks, Jay. Thought the rectangular box on top of the west mezzanine was offices, but it makes more sense to be hospitality. It is hospitality out the west, mate. So Jay said that's a bird, what is it? A bird nesting platform. There you go, David, and anybody else who might have wondered. Look at that as we angle up that reveal shot there. It's reflecting in the water, but all the water reflecting on the glass as well. Absolutely love it. So the glass section, top of the mezzanine, David. Yeah, there's a lot of hospitality. There's a lot of hospitality at the West Stand. To be honest, that's the main hospitality section and stand, David. So yeah, Jay's right. There's no offices there. It's yes, hospitality. Moving on. Joseph James says, great show, Nick. Love it. Thank you very much. Do you know if they are doing anything about disabled? I can walk a little, but we find it difficult. Can't find anything around the stadium. Council don't seem to have anything around. So there has been a bit of an appeal about this regard from disabled fans, and I believe the council have said that you are still allowed to park using your blue badges. Don't quote me on that, mate, Joseph. Have a little look into it. Do you know what? I forgot I'd pulled your comments. Sorry, mate. And I'm not going to edit it out because it is important. But I did see someone on Twitter that the council had responded to about saying the blue badges can still be used. There are drop-offs allowed in that as well. So yeah, Joseph, have a little look into it. And what I'll do, I'll definitely keep this in mind to get to next time. Excuse me, more in detail. But I know that an appeal or kind of petition was raised about it, complaint by disabled fans, representatives, and the council did reply saying that blue badges can be used in the area as normal. Okay. Yeah, it would have been horrendous if they didn't consider disabled fans getting here and there was just zero park. So I'm sure that'll be all right. Joseph, moving on. Cheers, Joseph. Moving on, got John Brown, who says, Nick, you have to get footage when the Holy Trinity beer tent gets erected and ask the owners of the Hot Walk if you can visit their site and film its progress. Then, of course, there's the construction of the hotel to come. There's still a few miles in the tank yet. No, totally agree with you, John. And as I said before, I'm not saying that I'm totally done. It's just the weekly fly rounds I'm done. So, a couple of things to mention. Okay, I mentioned in my last video when I done about the marquee that it's going on the Terry's Timber site. Terry's Timber did drop me a message, really nice message by the way. So hello to the guys at Terry's, saying that can I just correct the fact that it's not going on the Terry's Timber site or former Terry's Timber site. It's going on the site adjacent to Terry's Timber. Okay, the site adjacent to Terry's Timber, guys. I did say to them I got that info from an article, which they said yeah they were aware, but they just asked me to correct it in my videos. So there you go, guys, and thanks for reaching out to the guys at Terry's. But yeah, I'll be covering that. And as you heard before, I've now got contact details for the people that are putting that marquee up, and I will hopefully be getting a lot of info and some videos on it. On that note, as you say about the Hot Walk and anybody else doing any work down here, any developments, I'd be absolutely I'd be overjoyed if you did allow me to do some filming of the progress of your developments. Hot Walk, I know there's one called the Terrace Bar, the Marquee, as we know. Anyone who's doing anything, I'd be made up if you wanted me to do some videos on it to show everybody. Thank you. Moving on, David Rooney says, just a quick question. The away end is on the side of the fans' plaza. I was wondering how they would be kept apart, especially the Manx and the Copites. So the away fans are down here. And yeah, David, I think, it'll just be the same with like, match day policing and stewarding and stuff like that, won't it? Same as a lot of grounds, to be honest. It's all I don't think there may be some segregation inside the wall. Maybe away fans will be told to go in the entrance there, and there'll be some sort of segregation. I don't know, but other than that, I just think it'll be like policing and stuff, mate. Keep an eye on it though. Anything anybody knows about that, if you know more than me, please drop us a comment. Moving on, who've I got? Moving on. Got Live Leash, who says, love the video, just wondering when you are coming to Newcastle to complete your Premier League stadium tour. Really enjoyed that video. Such a shame you didn't get round them all. Cheers, Live Leash. Yeah, so if you haven't watched that, I did a video in the, was it summerish last year, where me and a friend tried to get to every Premier League stadium in 24 hours and we just didn't make St James's Park. So yeah, I will be getting up there at some point though. At some point, I've got a few other plans with Premier League stadiums as well. So yeah, cheers for that, buddy. Thanks for watching as well. Did you see how tired I looked by the end of that video as well? By the way, and last but not least, got the Cole 957, who says, is there any chance you flying your drone over the tobacco warehouse? Crane construction seems to have come to a halt with half it seemingly not finished. Again, I just left that one in there so there's the tobacco warehouse. Okay, I've just left that comment in there to just say that again, these are the sorts of things, ideas. If you want me to do something, bring that in. So the call, I will do that for you soon. Okay, definitely. So thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to finish off there. Okay, everyone, so there you go. That was my midweek video of the Everton Stadium down at Bramley Moor Dock on the 27th of February 2025. So close to March, aren't we? Getting through this year nice and quick. So I'm just walking over now, being a bit cheeky, moving over to the gates where you walk in, and you can see there, gates are open, security is there. I won't go any further. I don't like to take the mick too much. Do you know what though? The security here seem quite good. They seem like more than happy for people to kind of pop their head in and just take a photo. I was going to try and cross the road there, but that guy put his foot down. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. It's just those sorts of comments and that now that I had, quite a few of them, were a few different things in that's what we want to do now, don't we? Get some more things to have a look at in and around the area, which is great. I'm going to try and do a lot more around this area as well. I've got a few plans, the clock tower and that, as well as obviously the things on the stadium to look at. So I hope you enjoyed that. Some info about that marquee as well, the Holy Trinity marquee. So hopefully I'm going to get more details on that and be able to share that with you as it comes along. So that's quite exciting as well. And again, to repeat, anybody else doing any developments, hot walk, anything else that's going in. We know the hotels coming down here. The Everton Heritage, I believe, are moving down here as well. So if any of you watch and would like me to come and share some info about your new venue, then please do let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that. And there's a lot of interest in it as well. Just to kind of leave you, I've received a really nice message on my video from last week, and I just want to read this out to you, something to leave you with. It's from Jason King, and I'll put it up here, who says, "It's got to come to an end at some point, Nick. I can honestly say this has been my go-to each week and been a big part of probably a lot of people's lives. Every day you have posted, I have tuned in. I'm not sure if you remember, a few years ago at the beginning, my lad Josh from Windsor mounted the first Everton scarf and flag on the railings, which started a bit of a trend at the time. You were kind enough to give him a shout out and send him a Mr. Drone jumper. He followed and still does follow this channel to this day and has kept the jumper, which no longer fits him. He's 18 now. It's brought so much joy to many, and I won't know what to do in my downtime once this is over. Personally, I think once a month from March would be the way, unless there's a big development or change heard in the grapevine, which is a must-see. And I really do hope you do the Goodison redevelopment to give us all some kind of what will become of the grand old lady. Well then, Nick, thanks for your time, dedication and the enjoyment you have brought to us all. Up the Toffees. Once completely done, and the first game, it will mark an end of a great series of updates." There you go. I just wanted to share that with you. I thought it was a really nice message, obviously for many reasons, but the main part about it was about that his lad was the first one to put the Everton scarf and flag up. Can you remember that, guys? If you've been watching for a while, can you remember back then when that happened on the fence opposite the stadium? And then we'd said about more being put up, and we'd come down each week and there were more. It just, when I read that part, made me reminisce a little bit, and I hope it did for you guys that have been watching for a while too. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye now.